Hi YouTube, welcome to Beauty in the Empty Nest. Today I'm going to do a quick, I hope, review of two Lorac products. We have the POREfection oil-free foundation, and then what also kind of complements that is the, again, Lorac POREfection powder. I have this, let's see, the foundation is in PR3, which is the light beige, and the powder I have also in that same complementary color, which is the PF3. Again, which is the light beige. I'm typically an ecru kind of color, an NC25 in most MAC products, just to give you a reference point. I'm not wearing it today, and I will explain why as I move along. So first of all, let's start off with a foundation. Again, here's the foundation. It's supposed to be oil-free. It is oil-free. It has an SPF of 20 in there, which I know for some people that's a great thing. For some people, you would rather not have it in your foundation product. I actually prefer that because I like to layer my SPF. It is an oil-free, as I said, product. It's supposed to be a demi-matte, more satiny finish to it. It's supposed to be medium to full coverage. Here is the actual product. Okay, it's actually a very pretty container. I have absolutely no problem with this. Again, like most of them, you really have to shake it, and it does have a pump, and it distributes quite nicely from the pump. I'll show you. As far as the consistency, it is somewhat runny. You can see it dripping down there. Again, if that's a good thing or a bad thing, here it kind of goes blending out. It goes a long way. Again, kind of see it blends in pretty nicely there. So what did I think about it when I actually wore it? Well, first of all, I applied it when I wore it just 2 days ago. I did one half of my face with a beauty blender, one half of my face with a brush. I still always prefer, you see my new kitten walking around the back, that's Dexter. He's just 3.5 months old and already 5 pounds. But anyway, he's frolicking a little bit. So I did one half of my face with a beauty blender, one with a brush, and I use the Sigma F80. I always still prefer the beauty blender. I feel like sometimes the brush kind of leaves some of the marks, and then I always end up going back with the beauty blender just to mess that out. So I always kind of wonder why do two products or two different methods of application when I'm going to end up going back with the beauty blender. But anyway, with this product, I felt like the beauty blender did a better job for my preference. It did definitely have medium coverage that I could have easily built up to full. So that part, it seemed to go on very nicely. It blended very nicely, but that's where the goodness stopped for me. I felt like it never really set. It always felt tacky even throughout the day, even with powder on top of that. And two other big things that came into play. One of them was I felt it all day long on my skin, and I just don't like that feeling. I kind of want to forget that I have those layers on, or else I just feel it was the type of product for me that I could not wait to get home and wash my face. So that part in there. The other big thing is it started breaking up on me. I'm going to insert a video in here alongside here so you can maybe see it. I'm out in the daylight, and I'm hoping you can see where it's kind of breaking up, and kind of you get close to it and it's like you can see like prickly stuff on your skin. So again, I used to have combination skin, almost more to the oily side. I've been using Retin-A now every other day, so that kind of, what I say, makes my skin artificially dry. So I have maybe more dry than anything else. However, I also like a more matte finish, which this did kind of provide. But it just broke, and I had oily parts kind of coming out of my skin, which I typically don't do. I used, again, similar before, I used half a primer, half without primer. I didn't see a difference, and I used Benefit POREfection for the primer. I didn't see a difference in the way it lasted on my skin. Both sides equally were breaking up. So those were two big, huge downfalls for me, which I was really disappointed in because I felt like the color was really, really nice. So unfortunately for this baby, and I'll insert the price, I think it was It was around that $40. I'll insert all the price obviously too. For that price, high end, it did not work for me. It also settled into a lot of my, especially as the day progressed, it settled into lines. It did not wear well for me. It didn't change color, but it did not wear well. So if I have to do a rating on this, my fondness of this from a 1 to 5, as we've been using before, is going to be a 1. I initially liked it, but after, again, real life wearing of it, between the fact of I felt like I had to get it off my face, which would already push it out of the ballpark for me, and on top of the fact that it did not even look good, it broke up, a 1. As far as for this working for mature skin, again, I have to give it a 1 because it just settled in, not initially, but it settled into my fine lines, which are not really that fine. And some of my drier it did not melt into my skin. As far as a run to buy, you're probably not going to be surprised, but I'm going to say it's a 1. Again, contextually for me, for my conditions, it's a 1. I know that there's probably people out there that love it, and I'm glad about that because everyone has different skin needs and different demands for their foundation. However, for me, for my skin type, for my mature needs, it's a 1, which is really kind of disappointing. So the next product that I paired up also with it was the powder. So this is the Lorac POREfection powder. Here's a view of it. Okay. Typical kind of powder, very nice feeling. Again, I'm going to put this over kind of the patch where I had some of the foundation. I don't know if you're going to be able to pick up on it, but really very nice very nice powder, very finely milled, no kind of like scent to it, and really you can see from it there's not much fallout from it too, which is really nice. So a couple taps on the brush and I was able to put it around. This one I feel is quite nice of a product. I do want to put one thing out there though. If you currently also have MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder like this here, okay, and I have this in a medium plus, there's not a huge difference. This is the old packaging, I know, between these two, and I'm gonna also, maybe you'll be able to see, but I have actually half of my face using the Lorac powder, this side, okay? And I have the other half using my mineralized skin finish. And I don't know how well you can see, but I don't think there's a huge difference between the two. So if you already have the MAC powder, what I'm trying to make the point of here is that I don't think you need to rush out and get this. However, if you want a nice kind of finishing powder that adds just a tiny bit more coverage, this is a really nice powder. So I would highly recommend it for that reason. However, not if you already probably have the matte. Unless you can see a difference, I really don't quite see a difference. So the powder, again, I think it was just under $40. It's supposed to kind of have that matte. Oh, you hear my puppy in the background. She wants to come and try some of these products. So again, as far as ratings for this one goes, for the fondness for, I'm going to have to say a 4. I mean, I really did like it. Again, I already have this product, so I probably don't need it. It didn't outperform my MAC Mineralized Skin Product Finish. For mature skin, I'm going to give it a 4 too. It didn't settle, it just did a typical powder coating. So again, really nice product for that. As far as a run to buy, I think that there are other products out there, and if you're more budget conscious, of course the MAC product is going to be a little less expensive. I'm going to give it a 3.5, unless you don't have that product, and then that might be a more. But as far as rush out, I got to get this product, I don't want it to ever sell out, I have to have it. It's not real high up, but it is a good product if it meets your needs and you don't have the other products. So that was my wrap up of these two Lorac products. One big thumbs down for the foundation, one big semi thumbs up. Again, I don't need it, but for the powder. So I hope this has been helpful. If you've been exploring any of these products or you just wanted something new and different potentially to try, I'd love to hear from your feedback. Did you find the foundation worked really well for you? Was there some trick you used to apply it? How do you feel about the powder? Or do you notice a difference between my sides? Again, this side here is the Lorac powder. This side is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder. So again, I'm really enjoying doing all this for you. I really appreciate all your support. Please subscribe so that we can keep that community growing, and that anytime I do put a new video up, you'll be able to be alerted right away. That's always fun, right? And also please give me a thumbs up, because that's that kind of encouragement that it's really exciting to get that kind of support and feeling, and I really, really appreciate it. So again, until next time, and Dexter's saying hello in the background there. He's such a cutie, isn't he? Okay, so until next time, I look forward to sharing more with you. Thanks, YouTube.